Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now these are your readings for the full moon for August the 3rd. So that's the full moon in Aquarius at 11 degrees Aquarius, 11 degrees 45 minutes. Now it's a bulk introduction as ever. There will be a timestamp down below so that once you've watched my waffle the once, you don't have to watch it all over again. Just click on the timestamp in the description. Now, also in the description, there is a link to my Facebook page for this channel, which is relevant for this video. But that's also where you can contact me for a personal reading if you want. Now, these are general readings. I call them Gods at Play readings because the full moon is about opposition, sun, opposition, moon. It's about the push and pull of the forces. Now, I use God cards like Gods of Titans, Mythic Oracle, Dark Goddess Oracle cards, to look at the forces that are working to suppress you and the forces that are looking to uplift you. The forces that are suppressing you, I'm taking a Gnostic view of the ancient gods, that they are masks being worn by the archons who want to feed off of our pain and misery and fear and general non-connectedness to the divine. The bottom row is the true gods from the pagan point of view, the gods that are there to help lift us up to our higher selves, to connection with the divine, or that are simply there to ensure the functional running of the universe, one or the other. You know, there's certain gods within the pagan religions, they don't care whether you're there or not. Other gods do care. So we can see the interplay between all of those. So this is there's not a past and a present, so there's not really an element of take what resonates either. It's like an energetic forecast, and it'll either be useful for you or it won't. I would imagine if your birth chart is affected by this full moon, or at the moment by Uranus in Taurus, then these readings will probably be more relevant for you. You can ask a question beforehand, like I tend to say in all my normal videos. I make no promises as to whether the answer to your question will even be touched upon, because it's not really that sort of spread. But hey, give it a go. Give me some feedback if you ask a question you get an answer, because that'll be interesting to know. Now, as I said, I'm not going to spend a lot of time, says me, discussing about the full moon or the astrology of the full moon per se, because there's plenty of astrologers on YouTube who are doing it better than me. I would particularly recommend, as ever, Anastasia Cosmic Astrologer. I recommend Rick Levine, the Astrology Hub, Rick, R-I-K, Leo King. You know, Namaste Today. I've not watched it yet today. It's Sunday and it's out. And as I'm actually discussing this, I have done 7 of the readings so far. I've got as far as Libra. The rest I'm going to actually have to do tomorrow on the day of the full moon. So if you're Scorpio onwards in the zodiac, sorry, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. But one thing that did get my attention about this full moon is that it is square Uranus in Taurus, and a square creates a difficulty that can be overcome through creativity, through the application of creative energies, whatever that means. And I think that has shown in the 7 readings that I've done so far, as this time they seem quite personal. I mean, maybe you could take it on a societal level, but this time they seem very, very personal situations. Something that they all feel a lot closer to home rather than any commentary on what local governments might be doing or local police forces. You know, as my full moons a couple of months ago, was it even last month? It must be a couple of months ago now, seemed to pick up on a lot of the protests that had not yet started when I did the readings. But don't worry, you are still rebelling. You are still resisting, but you seem to be rebelling and resisting things that are a lot closer to home. But that rebelling and resisting does seem to be a theme with the readings this month. And also, no, it's gone out of my head what I was about to say. So where were we? Rebelling and resisting. That square to Uranus, there's repeated themes that are coming up for everybody. There's the Archons pretending to be Poseidon or Uranus have come again and again and again. And opening doorways to transformation of your own life, transformation of where you believe that you're heading. That's coming out as well. Now, if I haven't said it already, you want to watch your sun and your moon, obviously, and your rising sign, because in ancient astrology, the rising sign is the most important, hence the timestamp. Now, I'm just going to have a look at the, excuse me, the symbols of this degree. As I said, 11 degrees Aquarius, so written down in like inside degrees as Aquarius 12, because 11 something is the 12th degree. And the Chandra symbol is, or inside degree symbol, is a heated argument turns into laughter. Now what it talks about is tension and release, contraction and expansion, the breath of the mind resolving its dualities. Now Rick Levine on I think it was on Astrology Hub was saying that the whole job description of Uranus is to instantly resolve irreconcilable opposites, and try saying that after a couple of whiskey. So this really sits with the theme. Now it says, in order to make it possible for radical truths and significant realizations to come through, you must first karmically dramatize, inside the ego mind and outside as well, the unbearable tension between opposing points of view. You enter upon disputes, advocate positions, set up heroes and villains. And then when your whole inner and outer world is packed with dilemmas, problems, arguments and battles, you become ready to seek out synthesis, to enter upon a cycle of restoring wholeness. During your experimental years, spice means everything. But during your maturity, there is no further mileage to be had in turning anything against anything else. Getting it that you made it all up in the first place, and that the rational mind delights in controversy but has its limits. When resolution comes, everything looks different. All of life turns around, and most particularly your relation to yourself changes from the critic into the friend and respectful ally of your own inward intentions. Yes, I didn't read this before I did those first 7 readings, but that makes a lot of sense with what I've seen all the way up to Libra. And now I love the Omega symbol is a man struck by lightning is miraculously unharmed. And it's showing that lightning effect of Uranus to bring in change. One thing that Rick Levine said again is that Uranus in Taurus does not like change. So Uranus this time will bring bigger changes less often, because it's like that change energy builds up, like as he said, within a capacitor, and then all of a sudden pop and it's used. Now as they say here, it's a wonderful thing to be serious and passionate about life, but not good when, through our attachment, we turn what is important to us into a burden. Now, this degree is about knowing and focusing on what is important to us, that came out in the readings as well, while learning to carry it lightly. When we attune to the greater spiritual reality from which our consciousness has arisen, we inevitably come to know the joy of pure being. Now, there is symbols of hope here. I mean, all this is fantastic, but it sounds like a lot of work as well, doesn't it? Now, the Pleiadian symbol, which I'm not entirely sure where that's from, because I've not been able to source the origin of these Pleiadian symbols. I mean, other than the Pleiades, obviously. An escalator carrying people far into the sky, which is just a beautiful image. So whatever the full moon brings to you, I want you to consider that whatever it is a step up. Simple as that. Even if it really doesn't look like a step up, that's the way you have to look at it. For your own sanity, that's the way you have to look at it. But whatever it is, it's a step up. Now, interestingly here, from the information that I got, there's each degree has a seed degree and a fulfillment degree. And if somebody could guide me in the comments as to what that actually means, I'd be very grateful. But the seed degree, this really grabbed me, is Leo 23, so obviously 22 degrees Leo. So the sun right now is, well, right now as in the time of the full moon, will be at 11 degrees Leo. So a simple another 11, so you know, numerology 11, big important number, to this seed degree, Leo 23. And it says, a secret race of beings carrying on a hidden existence among humans. That's the Omega symbol for that degree. Now, for the more tinfoil hat wearing of us, that obviously will make you think, oh my God, it's the astral reptilians and the they live scenario. But there's also looked at it in a young adult fiction way. You know, like the X-Men or the Eternals soon to be released, or you know, elves walking among us, all that sort of thing. But what I'd like to give you the image of is that we are that secret race of beings walking around, carrying on a hidden existence among humans. I mean, obviously, we are humans. We are all humans. We are all humans. And we are all aliens if you take reincarnation into account. So there's this 1 degree of the full moon straight after the 3 eclipses and everything else that's been going on this year. 2020, I mean, for God's sake, October's full moon is on Halloween. I mean, if it was going to happen any year, of course it will be this year. But there is a wonderful sense of activation, both in the degree symbols, even that seed degree of 11 degrees Aquarius being Leo 22 degrees Leo, there's that wonderful sense of activation, especially if you think about that escalator thing as well. And there is, in the readings, a wonderful sense of not just activating it as an idea, but actually doing. Right. And there's me saying I wouldn't waffle about the astrology, but I don't think I have. I've stuck to the symbols. So, timestamp down below for the next one that you watch. Remember, sun, moon and rising. Birth chart link down below as well. If you don't know what your moon and rising are, they're always a good idea to have a look at. Comment. It is always good to receive the feedback. And thank you so much for everyone who has subscribed or liked the videos so far. The likes do help, the subscriptions help even more, and hey, you want to see what I'm going to do, so subscriptions, notifications bell, and come and join us on the Facebook page, link down below. Right, time to get on with your reading. And welcome Libra Rising and Libra Moon after the timestamp if you've just joined us. Now then, Libra, the God forces that are, well, the masks that the Archons wear to limit you in this reading. We have Garuda with travel, Uranus the father. Now, Uranus has been popular so far in this position. And this is meaning, obviously, Uranus the god, or at least Uranus, an Archon pretending to be the influence of Uranus. We have Hell with concealment. Helen of Troy with beauty, and Poseidon with avarice. Now, and we have a moth as well. Hello, little moth. On your side, which I'm really pleased to see, we have Poseidon with flow. Now, he's so far he's had a raw deal this month. The Archons have kept using him. He's been appearing here a lot. Themis, who we've seen already, same as Uranus, but not together so far. Pele with transformation, Nuit with expansiveness, and water nymphs with feelings. Now, the angel presiding over all of this has the astrological association of divine comfort. It's Iazel. Iazel. One of the 40th angel of the Shem Hamepharash. So, what I'm seeing, one, clutter's in your way. Two, things are being concealed by from you, or even by your own actions. The Hell card, Hell was not quite a kleptomaniac, but she was a hoarder. She used to take the riches of the people who entered her world, and she just used to keep all their stuff and not tell anybody about it, because why would she? Because they might come and steal it, because it's hers now. So Uranus was mean to his children. You know, he fathered Saturn's generation, Cronus's generation, and I do feel that it's almost like there's some unexpected authority exercised over you, and this has been a theme that's been gone through a few of the readings actually, but this time it is due to something being concealed from you, or something that you have managed to conceal from yourself and remain unaware of. Two of Swords, clarifying Hell's card here. You can't get much clearer than that, can you? But with the right amount of strategy, this can actually become irrelevant. If you are setting your sights on to what your flow is, because your flow appears to be heading towards a better place. There is an enormous, what I'm getting from Poseidon is that enormous rush of emotion. But interestingly, that Poseidon is still, the Archons are not letting him go, because he's appeared on this top row with avarice here. And he's strongly wanting to hold on to things. And that brings me in mind of the clutter that Hell promises. So it's almost like you are being asked to do something that makes you go, what? Well, that's a whole new beginning. I don't think that's the new beginning that I can see myself doing. And how new is it if we're dragging all this stuff with us? But the actual motives behind it are not being made clear. And a wonderful dream is being offered to you from an external source, or at least a dream that makes sense. And yeah, okay, I can follow that logically, but it's going to be a lot of hard work to get there. And okay, there's almost that sense of, I'm not really good enough for it anyway. You don't have to be good enough. Part of the reason that that option is there is to make you feel less than. So why waste the energy? Carry on your own plans. Dance like this Six of Swords lady here is doing. Dance. Seven of Pentacles. You can see a natural progression, which is contrary to the one that is being offered, explained to you, that you are being ordered to go down. So it will take no small amount of sleight of hand and effort to go, no, I'm heading off into the wild unknown. Weak with expansiveness here. So yeah, just to continue these. Themis with a natural order, Pele with transformation, Nuit with expansiveness, and water nymphs with feelings. With I've no idea what this card is. This is a deck that I rarely use for precisely this reason. But it's very much a Herne the Hunter. I would say that this is a Knight of Wands or a Page of Wands. I'm tempted more to go towards the Knight, but it's greener than your average Knight of Wands. There's more on the wood than the fire, if you see what I mean. So there is a whole new world out there for you that you may need a slight amount of strategy and a slight amount of sleight of hands to go, oh yeah, you've got a wonderful opportunity going on and I wish you the best with that. I'll be over here. Look, a butterfly, and then off you scoot, you know, getting out of the way of getting involved in whatever this is at the top, because if they're going to make a change, that's a change that you're not particularly that comfortable with, so why do it? If you're not comfortable with it, why do it? Find a whole new place to go to, which will seem natural, but yes, you know that you will be transforming by heading to this new place, by rejecting this offer stroke dream stroke order expectation. Yeah, you'll transform. Good. Time to let some things go. Definitely time to let some things go, because some of the things that you are being forced is a strong word, but I'm going to use it. I mean, these Gods That Play readings are dramatic readings anyway, so. But these things that you have been held to hold on to, which have been blinding you to certain other things that have been going on, it's time for them to go. Simple as that. It is time for them to go, because there is a wild, infinite unknown out there that it is time for you, Ace of Wands, well, actually probably Queen of Wands, but still holds true, doesn't it? That holds true, that a wild, great, big unknown for you to head out to and explore and become a whole new self. Listen to your feelings. Listen to the feelings that are more grounded. Listen to the feelings that you can look back and go, yeah, I felt this before. I've never done anything about it, but I felt this before. It's really time, because if I don't answer to these feelings, to these inspirations now, then I probably never will. And now is a perfect time for creating a new life for yourself. So, yes, whatever this expectation is, I'm so urged to say, and I think it's because of the fire of Pele, resist. But it's also resist the temptation as much as it is resist the order or the expectation. But yet resist the whole lot of it, because you can see and there is this emotional momentum towards a new place that you don't know where it's taking you to, because you can't see it, because it's in the dark, but it's not what this is. It's not what's on offer. And that's the one that you should head to, and you will get transformation in that process. Okay. Well, Libra, if that means anything to you, I mean, this could be a work situation. I doubt it's a love situation. It could be a family situation. It could be even a group affiliation situation where you were a member of a political party or a social club or a something or other, and you suddenly go, I don't like what's happening here. I don't like where they're going. I'm not necessarily saying that you don't like it because it's wrong, but I'm saying that you don't like it because it's not you anymore. Not that you really know here who you are in this situation. is actually the technical word, thinking about it. But you know that it's not that. Whatever it is, it's not that. It is the wild unknown that you will only discover after the transformation. So if that means anything to you, Libra, comment down below. Obviously press like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And your next readings to come out will be your Chinese zodiac, hopefully by the end of the week. And so stay tuned. All right, cheers.